For day 22, this is concentrating on parallel lines, and specifically the slopes of parallel lines. So lines that lie on the same plane and never intersect are parallel lines. And the big concept is that you have to know that lines that are parallel have the same slope. So if I look down here in example 1, it's asking, like, are these slopes the same? And if so, that means the lines would be parallel. Okay, so I look, -7, -7. Yes, that's exactly the same number. So these are parallel. For part B, 6 and 1/6, well, that's very different. 6 of something and 1/6 of something is very, very different. So these are not parallel. And in letter C, we have the same slopes, which 1/2 and 1/2 exactly the same, so these are parallel. For example 2, we look at the equation y = 3x + 7, and we find our slope, which is 3. It says find the slope of the line that is parallel to the given line. So if I wanted to draw a new line, I knew that my new line has to have the same slope, which is 3. In part B, if I look at my slope, -3 over 2, for my new slope it has to be the exact same since they're parallel. In example 3, writing an equation of a parallel line, we have this equation, y = 3x + 2. We want an equation parallel to this equation going through this point. So, if I have 3x + 2, this 3 is my slope. And this x1 and y1, this point, I can label x1 and y1. And then I can use this equation to plug these numbers into point slope form. So I would have y minus y1 is 3, m is also 3, and then parentheses x minus 1. Then from PSF form to SIF form, we want to do that distributive property. So y minus 3, distribute my 3, distribute 3 again, we get -3. For right here, we want to add 3 to both sides to get y by itself. So we have y = 3x, and then this could be +0. But you don't have to write that there, you could just write it y = 3x. In part B, we find our slope to be -5. Okay, our point, x1, y1. And this -1, that's just extra information. Same thing over there, that 2 is just extra information. So we plug it in, and we get y minus y1, which is 2, slope, which is -5, and then x minus x1, which is -4. These double negatives become positive, and then we've got y minus 2, -5x, -20. We are adding 2 to both sides to get y by itself, and that gives us -5x, and that would be -18.